That's about the long and short of it. In other words, all of this, everything that's happened, is my fault. All of you are victims who had the misfortune of knowing me and getting dragged into this. No apology is sincere enough. I'm so sorry for what you've been put through. I'm not following. Why? I heard all you said, but I don't think you've got any reason to be that sorry. Come again, Estelle? Based on what we've learned, Phantasma choosing a new master was an inevitability and something would have done whether you were there or not. As such, after it lost the aureole, something like this would have happened no matter the circumstances. I agree. Phantasma would simply have chosen someone else and created a different world as a result of the trauma that lay within. The thought that you might have been chosen is nothing short of terrifying too. Everything that has happened to us in here so far is nothing compared to what we would have endured had that come to pass. Oh, Mueller, your words are like the sweetest kiss turned frozen upon parting. Do you have that little faith in me, your one and only? Perhaps everyone here would have been drawn into the most ravenous feast the world has ever seen, but nothing more than that. I'm scared. I'm just disgusted. You're a special degree of creep, you know that? I want no part of any feast that comes from out of your brain. Oh, count me out of this one. I can't help but feel you guys are kinda missing the point. Well, don't take this as me trying to defend you or anything, but in a sense it might have been a good thing you were chosen over anyone else. How do you figure? I'm lost as well. Your stigma is obviously very powerful and it's capable of exerting a lot of control over things. Enough so that Phantasma as it is now exists in a state of order. But what if it had chosen someone else? Would the world have been able to maintain order then? It's possible that Phantasma would have been unable to contain the chaos that ensued and gone out of control under someone else. Is what you're essentially getting at, right? I knew you'd understand, Joshua. If that had happened, a whole lot more people might have been caught up in this. Not that I've got a problem with lots of guests at a tea party. The more the merrier. Come on, Ren. I think you're the only one who'd be having fun. She's right. I don't think you've got any reason to beat yourself up over this. We're all very different people from different walks of life. But right now, we're all here, sharing a common destiny. Yeah, in times like these, we've got to help each other out, right? Besides, this place relates to the aureole, which is LaBelle's problem. From my perspective, you're a victim. I couldn't agree more. As such, Kevin, we would appreciate you continuing to lead us as you have done so far. It's time to truly bring an end to what was started half a year ago. What can I even say? First I'm stupid, then Reese pulls off the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And now you guys. This must be the biggest group of idiots in all of Zumeria. I swear, you wouldn't find a more gullible, naive bunch anywhere on the continent. I was happy to use each and every one of you for my own devices right to the very end. So how can you be so... It's alright, Kevin. Kevin. Sometimes you just have to know when to give in. And you're at that point right now. Your luck ran out the second you got stuck with us. Got stuck with you mean? Spending too much time with pushy, meddling do-gooders who don't know when to quit like you is bad for anyone. You want to say that again? Well, all of those things describe you to a T, that much is true. They certainly do. I think they're your good points, though. Yeah, so do I. I think Estelle's rubbed off on all of us at this point, and that's not a bad thing. Thanks, guys? Group of idiots is right. We're smack dab in the middle of a stupid situation here, but you wouldn't know it by looking at us. With a team this spectacular, what do we have to fear? There's a chance we could even overthrow the Erebonian government if we put our minds to it. Need I remind you that that's not something an Erebonian prince should be saying out loud? Alright, I know when I'm beat. We're in this together. At this time, I actually mean this. Got it. We're happy to have you with us. Anyway, at least now we know exactly what we need to do here. We need to defeat Rufina, the Lord of Phantasma. There's no getting around that. Unfortunately not. Indeed. With that said, just where is she? You didn't encounter her in Gehenna, did you? She disappeared right after the two of you fell down there. That's a good question. I think it's safe to say she wasn't down in Gehenna with us. If she had been, she would have shown herself at some point. Yeah, but then where is she? I believe I can answer that. Celeste? Didn't realize you were here. I can't thank you enough for saving our hides earlier. Truly, I doubt we would have been able to get out unharmed if not for your assistance. We're both grateful beyond words. I was more than happy to help. All of us here are in the same predicament, myself included. You can even think of me as another one of your companions if you'd like. Naturally. And what kind of answer are you thinking you can give? Ah, yes. It took some time, but I was able to ascertain her current location. What? Really? Is that what you've been working on all this time? Yes, it is. During my investigation of the 7th plane, I was able to gain an understanding of the layout and contents of Phantasma as a whole. I also discovered that the Lord of Phantasma isn't in any of the planes, rather she is outside of them. Phantasma consists of more than just the planes? What's it like outside of them? Think of the planes you've been exploring like a giant, multi-layered structure in the center of Phantasma. They're all you have known up until this point, but this world consists of more than them. That said, the rest of Phantasma is just a vast, barren wasteland at this point, abandoned and devoid of life. Hard to picture without seeing it for myself. Do you know where in this big abandoned wasteland she is? Because if it's that vast, just knowing she's there probably isn't going to help us much. I have a relatively good idea where in it she is, thankfully. Although that doesn't solve the core problem. I fear the word vast doesn't do the scale of the wasteland itself justice. I believe it's roughly the size of the continent where you live. It's the size of Sumeria? That is going to pose a problem. Crossing an area that massive on foot would take months, maybe even longer. Do we not have any other means of transport that we could use? I'm not sure my power would be of any use to you here. I can't place monuments too far from this garden, for one thing. Even if we did commit ourselves to trekking across the whole thing on foot without the cube's power, we couldn't come back and resupply. Trying to take several months' worth of food hardly seems realistic. Well, this is a tough one. I can only think of waiting for her to come to us. What's up with you, short stuff? Got something on your mind? Well, I was just thinking, why not use the Arcel? What? The replica we encountered on the first plane? Yeah, this world is supposed to react to the desires of people in it, right? So while that Arcel might not be the real one, it looks just like it. Everyone here is pretty familiar with the real thing and how it looks, so it seems like a ship we could all picture flying easily. Maybe if we all wish for it to fly together, it might actually happen. Sorry, I'm being silly, aren't I? I don't know what's gotten into me. This isn't something an engineer should be saying. I don't think you're silly at all, Taito. In fact, I think that's a fantastic idea. You do? It does seem like the easier something is to imagine, the easier it is to have it realised in Phantasma. And both you and Julia are familiar with the exact structure of the Arcel, while most of us here have seen and been on board it. This might actually work. There's clearly no rules saying airships can't exist here either, given that we've already been on the Black Ark. Well, Celeste, do you think it would work? The Arcel was the ship you used to board the Libet Ark, I believe. Then if we're to feed the image of it flying, then back into the system... I think this may actually be possible. If all of you are on board, the white wings will take to the skies once more. We can really make this happen? I can't believe it. Well done, Taita. Totally, you really outdid yourself this time. Wait a second. Does this mean we might be able to make the Bobcat fly? There's a copy of that here too. Oh, you're right. How many of you are familiar with that? Crud. Forget about that. I think Josette and I are the only ones who have actually flown in it. Shara, Olivier, and I have technically been in it, but that was just a stowaways. Yeah, that was back when we were investigating that airship hijacking. What a fond memory that adventure made now that I look back. I'm not sure what the odds of success would be then. That's a rather small number of people. I think it would be wise to focus on trying to revive the Arcel first. Oh, okay. Still, this sounds like a much better plan than trying to walk there on foot. We should prepare for departure at once, then make our way to the Arcel. Don't gotta tell me twice. We'll have a lot in store for us if we're able to make this work. However, I should warn you all of one thing. Once you've flown the Arcel to the area where the Lord of Phantasma awaits, that will be it. You will be unable to return to this garden ever again. Please be mindful of that. Never? Not even once? Because we won't be able to use the cube's warp functionality anymore. Correct. Using it to warp is only possible when you are within a certain range of the garden. Go outside of that, and it is no longer possible. So before you depart, I would ask that you make absolutely sure that you have everything you need and are ready for whatever you may find there. Good to know. It wouldn't hurt to do some extra training then. I don't doubt we're all going to have to play our part in the things to come. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't mind getting in some exercise myself. Wouldn't want to wind up being the one to drag the group down. This will be our last opportunity to open the doors scattered throughout the plains and take anything we find too. It's probably best I step down as leader for the time being then. If you're just door hunting or trying to get some extra practice in, I'd only get in the way. If anyone else wants to learn how to use the cube or fill out my notebook, I'd be happy to teach you. Just let me know. Let's just be sure that when the time comes, we leave with no regrets. Right. Chapter 8. The Future We Dream of. Alrighty, well this is pretty much it, guys. We're at the last stage.
Ready?
So I think these are the first group that I'm going to go ahead and train up. I have a list of good combination characters.
Let's go!
But we will be going door hunting first. Because this is the last chance that we have to do that. You guys have stuck with me through all that's happened here. Even after finding out it was all my fault, you stuck by me and even agreed to keep helping. So I've got something I really want to say to you all. But it can wait until we get the heck out of here. I'll keep it to myself until then. That's a valid point. I don't think we can discount the possibility there may be foes inside the Arcel. After reaching there, Major Vander and I will assess the situation before the rest of us step inside. Once those checks are complete, we'll check the state of the main engines before attempting to activate the ship itself. As for the personnel on the bridge... So the Lord of Phantasma is Rufina Argent. Her negotiation and problem-solving abilities were highly regarded in life. That probably just makes her all the more deadly as our foe. Hi there. We're just about in a state where we can get the Arcel moving once we're ready. But we aren't going to be able to resupply once we depart, as I'm sure you well know. Make sure you're well rested and ready before giving the word to leave. Huh? Oh. And so the end is finally upon us. Part of me would rather remain here than return to the no doubt mountains of work that eagerly await my return, however. I don't think I need to drink. Oh, what's this? There's something shining in the water. You who fight with deep resolve, return when you have chosen your path through 300 battles. Which path you take is yours to decide, whether it is the path of the brave or the path of the cowardly. You are not brave, neither are you cowardly. The path of the brave is closed to you. If you still desire a boon, you must walk along the path of the cowardly. So, you can get a quartz depending on if you've done 300 battles or ran from 300 battles. Obviously, because of the way that we were training, I think we've basically locked ourselves out of the path of the brave. I'm not too sure if we could still get that by fighting 300 battles without running away. But that's what all that was about anyway. Let's see, who's down here to speak to? Some here may believe being called to this world was a coincidence, but I don't feel my presence here is. No matter whose will it was that I was summoned to Phantasma, I've gained truly invaluable experiences here. Now all that remains is for me to make the best use of them I can in my life going forward. Come on, get it together! If you're just going to loaf around here, we're going to leave you behind. Don't talk to me, please! I'm too tired to move another muscle. Just leave me alone. Oh, poor Gilbert. He's probably spent the entire time running from things. Like, I can't even remember how many hours we have in this game right now. Maybe it says in my save file. Playtime, 48 hours. So if you think about it, he's probably been running around for the past 48 hours. He is gonna be exhausted. 5 years ago, Kevin and Rufina did all they could to help me and save me from danger. They might have regretted the outcome, but that doesn't change their intentions or how important they both are to me. That's why we need to defeat the Lord of Phantasma, together. For Rufina as well as anyone else. With the Arcel speed, I don't think it'll take long at all for us to break out of the plains. Mum was actually able to raise its top speed with a few improvements the other month too, so that'll be a huge help. Huh? Really? I hope I can meet your mum someday. I'd love you to meet her too. I'll have to introduce you to both my parents one day. I know they've been looking forward to meeting you and Joshua. Come over any time when you get back to La Belle. Oh dear, are you being naughty again, Reese? You're supposed to be getting ready, not stuffing yourself full of food when you think no one's looking. I'm doing no such thing. This is purely a taste testing exercise. Sure. Greedy glops. Huh? Oh, why aren't you hanging out with Taito again? The heck kind of question is that? I'm not her dad. Besides, she's with her friend right now. It's fine. Oh. What, you got a problem? After we leave this garden, we'll never be able to return again. It's probably best to assume there won't be anywhere for us to buy new equipment either. So make sure you've got everything you think you'll need, okay? Oh yeah, it sounds like Celeste has found a new area that we can access too. I'd ask her about it if I were you. That's kind of like a little mini... What's this? Oh, the La Belle News. Late 1202, early 1203. What is all this? 2 months since the coup d'etat. Is this all stuff that we've already read before? Okay, I think this is... Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've already read all this stuff before. Yeah, okay. Let me just check the last issue. But I'm pretty sure we read through all of this in the last game. Yeah. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, there's kind of like a little mini dungeon that we get to go to do some training, get some new equipment. But we will be doing door hunting first. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Let's get just set up again. Let's see. Moon doors. We've done all of you, right? Okay, let's go find out what this mini game is. Because we've already done some exposition, so we might not want to go into another door, because that might have us stranded watching story for about an hour. Yeah, one of each. Wait. That light shall act as a guide to all who have lost their way. Present for me all of the mystical gems that contain that light. Only then shall the door be open. Okay, that was going to let us in last time, so obviously we need to go back to the Hermit's Garden and take the gems off everyone. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to do a lot of grinding because everybody needs gear, everybody needs gems. It's going to take us a while to get all of that. Make sure nobody has anything on them. Okay. Now we go back here. They should just have to be in our inventory. Blah 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 blah. There we go. I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. Hey, how have you been doing? It's me. You remember me, right? Thanks for coming all this way to see me. I hope we both have enough fun to make it worth your while. What? What am I even doing here? You didn't really ask me that, did you? Now, a boy's gotta have his secrets. Anyway, let's move on to more important matters, shall we? I've got something really fun in store for you today. It's called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? In case you didn't already realise, this is a game full of fun pop questions to see how well you know your trails. Ready to give it a go? You are, right? Oh, a trivia. Let's see how well we know the Trails games from the past 3 games we've played. Very nice. I was hoping you'd say that. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'd better go and get changed. I won't keep you waiting too long, okay? I hope these are going to be fair questions and not like something silly like, in the 15th Force battle in the first game, how many sheep did you have to kill? Well, let's get started then, shall we? I hope you're ready. What's the name of the Oriole Guard in which the party fight in the sealed area at the end of the first game? Reverie? I think its real name is Tromere, which is the German word for reverie, but shh, that's just between us. Which other Tetris is situated in the Roman region? Oh, Carnelia! Saphir. No blindly guessing now. What's the name of the huge drawbridge that connects Langland? It only gets raised 3 times a day, you know? What branch of the Bracer Guild? Incidentally, Legrand, the old man in charge of the Bose branch, once manned the front desk over at the Gransel branch instead. In the Bose region. Oh, I was lucky. That was the tower Ren was stationed at when we were trying to release the Oriole in 2nd chapter, as it so happens. That's the last name of our ultra-dependable Bright. Quite the fitting name given her personality, don't you think? It fits her father quite well, too. What's the first name? Prince Oliver's father. Oh, Eugen. Kind of hard to believe he's a prince at all most of the time, isn't it? What is the name of Captain Schwarz when she goes to... Ellen? Or wasn't she just darling in that outfit? But what? Tragic hero Joshua. Black Fang. Quite the fitting name for someone who fights from the shadows like him, don't you think? Okay, to just try and increase my response time, I'm just going to try and quickly read the question in my mind instead of trying to read it out and then select my answer. I believe it is red? Yellow! Well, we didn't run out of our options, which is good. You did it! You were amazing. Wow, you actually managed to get every question right. Well done. Ooh. Rank 9. 400,000 or more to get 10,000 Mira? How are we supposed to get 400,000? Like, how quick do you need to be able to answer those? Yeah, you did it. I knew you could. Well, I've had plenty of fun for today, so I think I'll go do my own thing now. If you ever feel like another round, though, you know where to find me. Bye-bye for now. Rank 9, received 10 Mira. Whew, that's a lot of Mira, guys. Well, we've got 17 bullets. And learn the recipe for 17 bullets. You can now play the hard difficulty. That probably would be questions like, how many sheep did you have to fight on the first game? Oh, that was not easy. Okay, let's, I think we've still got a bit of extra time. Shall we take a look at some of these star doors? 400th battle, Repenting Patriot. Okay, let's see if we can go into this one. So, have we gone through enough? No, we have not. And we can't go through that door until we've gone through all of the others. And I think we've pretty much done everything else. Alrighty then, I guess this is probably going to be a shorter episode then, because the next episode is going to be me doing a full run of the next dungeon with my first group, just to kind of show you what it's like. I'm possibly going to be doing a run through that dungeon with all 16 characters, so I don't want you to have to sit through all of that. So this is where I'm going to call the episode for today, but thank you for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you know when the next episode is coming out. Feel free to leave a comment on the video, and if you're interested in some X4 Foundations videos, you can head on over to my other channel, Captain Genre. Thank you again, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.